Well, the number of travellers between Singapore and China has crossed the 500,000 mark this August for the first time since the pandemic. Local travel agencies also say interest in visiting China has returned, spurred by pent-up demand and younger travellers. Still, some industry watchers believe it may take more time for air travel to reach pre-pandemic levels. They say it will depend on re-establishing air networks and China's economic recovery. Marcus Tan has more.
Changi Airport handled 69,000 air passengers travelling between Singapore and China in January this year. That number rose to more than 500,000 in August. China accounts for 10% of Changi Airport's air traffic volume. 25 out of 37 Chinese cities have also re-established air links with Singapore. 12 airlines are flying to these cities. On top of that, a new flight was added, serving Singapore and Beijing's Dasing International Airport by China Eastern Airlines. Besides reconnecting previously established routes, Changi Airport is also looking to connect Singapore with Chinese cities that are less travelled.
For the second tier and third tier cities, the demand for outbound travel to Singapore, to Southeast Asia is very strong. So the passengers are there, just waiting for the flights to come. Likewise, from Singapore, many of our travelers, they are quite well traveled to the main attractions in China, in Beijing and Shanghai, but they are curious to go to new places like Xinjiang and Guiyang.
As air links increase, so has the business for travel agencies. Local agency ASA Holidays says, heading into the year-end peak season, bookings are up 70% compared to the same period pre-COVID. Business for online agency Trip.com has also grown 160% year-on-year, and it's expecting more bookings, especially from younger travellers.
这主要的原因，也就是原本在3年前想要去中国的人快点赶紧的报名，加上新的一些就是顾客也想到中国去一趟。如果是学校假期呢，很多是一家大小。最近今年也觉得说，真的是一家大小报名的人数也蛮多的，就是代表着年轻人也会想要到中国看一下中国这美丽的风景。
More than 70% of our customers are Gen Z and Gen Y, those born after the 80s. They have more disposable income and it's more impulse travel. Compared to how it was pre-pandemic, our booking window is actually shortening. People are making more impulse travel versus, planning way ahead.
An industry observer says the recovery is promising as China relaxed more travel restrictions. But he cautions that the travel volume will depend on the state of the economy of both countries, as it will have a significant impact on leisure travel.
In the last year or so, we've seen a lot of slowdown in economy in China, especially in the property sector. A lot of the people somehow are either in it or maybe they had some of the business or some of the savings tied into that industry. So when this kind of thing happens, we usually see a bit of a dampening in terms of the touristic travel.
He adds that for travel to reach pre-pandemic levels, it will also depend on airlines providing more capacity.